Learning a solo from a great player can teach us the music language we can apply to our own improvising. Today we learn a solo from the legendary mandolinist Sam Bush. There's a PDF file that goes with this video. To get it, go to www.petemartin.info, click Videos, and scroll down to Mandolin Improvisation Lessons. It really helps my channel if you click like, so please do that so more folks can find these videos. I really appreciate it. Sam Bush is probably the most copied mandolin player of the last 40 plus years. I hear his phrases, timing, rhythm, and more in almost every modern mandolin player. Thus, he is a great role model to learn from. What we will learn is the second half of his solo from Bill Monroe's Panhandle Country. The link to the recording is in the comments section below. Listen to the recording for the full speed version. I play it slower in example 1. 1, 2, 3. By breaking down some elements of a great player's solo, you can apply those ideas to your own improvisation. Let's do that here. Panhandle Country starts with 2 measures of C leading to 2 measures of F. Sam starts with a little over a measure of a C major chord tone scale, descending from C to C, then going up to G. In the last measure, he switches to a C7 chord tone scale, as the C7 chord leads to an F chord. This gives the music a little clash, which will then resolve when the F chord comes in. See this in example 2. 1, 2, 3. The C7 measure is very interesting. The last 4 notes, B flat, D, and G, are 3 of the 5 notes of a C9 chord. A ninth is the first extension of a dominant 7th chord. Ninths are commonly used on dominant 7th chords as they have a cool bluesy sound. If you want to find out more about extensions, I will soon be doing a video in the music theory series I make about extensions. While it is not available at the time I'm making this video, it will be out soon, so look for it. See this phrase in example 3. The next 2 measures are against an F chord. It starts with a chord tone scale lick into 4 notes of chord tone scale lick number 2, see video number 6, into 4 notes of a reverse 1, 2, 3, 1 lick, see video number 4. Play this in example 4. The next 2 measures are against a G chord. G is the 5 chord in the key of C, and a 5 chord implies a dominant 7th sound. The flat 7 of a G chord is the note F, and look how often Sam plays an F note in these two measures. The last three notes of the first measure here are D, F, A, the 5, flat 7, and 9, that ninth extension again. This leads into a reverse 1, 2, 3, 1 phrase in the second measure. Play example 5 here. If you find this video useful, I ask that you consider supporting my channel and my website through my Patreon page, www.patreon.com/PeteMartin. For the very low price of $3 a month, you allow me to keep adding content on my YouTube channel and website. I also teach online lessons if anyone is interested. Thank you. The next phrase is 4 measures of a C chord, the longest part of this solo on any one chord. The first measure has a C major chord arpeggio into an interesting phrase of 2, 3, 4, sharp 4, and 5. Using chromatic phrases ascending or descending between 3 and 5 is something many players do and will be the subject of a future video in this series. The second measure is a mostly C major chord tone scale phrase. The third measure is a slightly changed chord tone scale like number 2. The fourth measure changes to a C7 scale as we're about to go to an F chord. We have 4 notes of C7 chord tone scale followed by a descending 1, 2, 3, 1 phrase. Play this in example 6. The next 3 measures are 2 measures of F and 1 measure of G, with G7 implied. This is basically a reverse 1, 2, 3, 1 phrase with a couple of small changes. Play example 7 now. The next phrase is basically 1 measure of G7 chord tone scale with a couple of slight variation phrases. Play example 8 now. The last phrase is a gem that winds up the solo. A C major phrase of 4 notes followed by a G7 arpeggio of 4 notes that ends on C, the tonic note of the key we're in. I learned this phrase from this solo and have used it all the time since it is such a strong musical statement. Play example 9 now. Congratulations, you made it to the end. Your assignment is to learn this solo and take many useful phrases out of it and incorporate some into your improvising. I really suggest transcribing and learning other solos from your heroes and do the same. Be sure to subscribe, click the bell icon to be notified of new videos, click like, and check out my website and Patreon page. I'm Pete Martin. Thanks for watching.